Sports, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
On the other side. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
It's a game of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL. They'll start this drive out of the ground.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Groves. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Eagles had 1 and 6 now, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Going to be knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
They're on 23-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
36-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
It's a gain of 8.
There they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
First down, Seahawks.
Looking to throw. Franklin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Franklin. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. They juked him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now this time he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a handoff up the middle. Groves. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He's going to try and take off with it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 31-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Groves. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Groves. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
A gain of a yard.
2nd and 9 now. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
It's now 3rd.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? His pass caught at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And great looking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Franklin. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field. And we are ready to rock. A beautiful fake. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second down and a yard.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and
on the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Groves. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that'll be incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Seahawks offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the defense closes quickly there, and they'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Off the play fake. Franklin. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Franklin. He'll try and do this himself. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Well, he and his Eagles offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Seahawks.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Throwing to start the drive. Gentry. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Operating from the gun, Gentry.
He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
Back to throw. Gentry.
It's Jackson again on the reception.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Following the fumble recovery, Franklin. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw. Franklin. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Back to throw. Franklin.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Gentry. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Complete to number 82. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A final shot before break. Gentry. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our look at the NFL starts now. It begins in the mile-high city of Denver. The Broncos at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And this is Matthew Golden. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. This is going to wind up as a 57-yard touchdown. Next up, we go to Charlotte. We'll look in on the Panthers as they host the New York Jets. And here's the Jets wideout. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 43-yard touchdown. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And this is the Saints quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Saints find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
He takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Looking to throw. Gentry. Ball stays up.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 12.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're going to bring in some extra bulk here for 3rd and a yard. They'll go with a keeper.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They'll try the left side. Groves. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Groves. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
It's a quarterback sneak.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Groves. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They run the counter. Groves.
66 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
An inside run with Jenkins.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gentry. He finds his man, complete. That's a blow. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll run on first down. Groves. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Good-looking return set up here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Operating from the gun, Franklin. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in, so right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well, 1st and 10. Off-play action. Gentry. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
14-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Gentry. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. From the gun on 3rd down. Gentry. He finds his man complete. That's Aguirre. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's brought down.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Franklin. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line.
Seahawks. First down. A gain of 19 yards.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Looking to throw. Franklin. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Jenkins to start the drive. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
Operating from the gun, Gentry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fights him off. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
from the gun on 3rd down. Franklin. And got his man complete. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Off the bootleg. Franklin. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
a 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
back to throw. Franklin. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
At the 8-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Franklin. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Franklin.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
So they will decline that penalty, and that's going to force a 4th and goal.
And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle they go.
Gross. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
First down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gentry. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and
From the gun on 3rd down. Gentry. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On first down, Groves. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Seahawks 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Gentry.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gentry. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Franklin. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. A 5-yard gain on the play.
Looking to throw. Franklin. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Franklin. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franklin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They bring the pressure and, a very short kick. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run on 1st down. Groves. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
back to throw. Gentry. He's going to float this one deep right side. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
It's now 2nd and
10. Looking to throw. Gentry. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
3rd and 3.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And the Eagles are going to win the football game.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Eagles,
they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year.
and they'll get to stay home again next week.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out? Yeah, did it find out? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face around, better try to breathe.